Mr. Mushrow, would you please lead us in the pledge?
For the last time.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
That won't be the last time we're saying the pledge. You will have to lead us as township clerk. You may lead us again someday. All right, George, can we please have a roll call?
Lewandowski.
Here.
Bodicich.
Here.
Boyce.
Here.
Kelly.
Here.
Alberico.
Here.
Commissioner Selinsky.
Here.
Assessor Mason.
Here.
Collector Morelli.
Here.
Clerk Mushrow. Everybody's here.
Full house tonight. Good. Everybody has or should have received in their packet the minutes from the regular May 12th meeting. And I believe there was a addition put on your today to the workshop of March 31st. Are there any questions of the minutes last? Let's two sets of minutes. I have a motion to pass the minutes.
I'll second it.
Got a motion by Mike Kelly and a second by Michael Lewandowski. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Thank you very much. You have bills of $133,861.38. Need a motion to pay the bills?
I'll make that motion.
I got a motion by Barbara Boyce,
Second.
second by John Bodicich. Are there any questions on the bills? Hearing none, can I have a roll call, please?
Lewandowski.
Yes.
Bodicich.
Yes.
Boyce.
Yes.
Kelly. Yes. Alberico.
Yes. All right. Right now, next on the agenda is the clerk's report. Before I let the clerk talk, well, I would like to make a little presentation. So I'd like George to come up to the podium with me.
Missing?
You're quick on your feet.
George, 34 years of service as Lockport Township clerk and as a trustee, and through for all the years of your working with us and leading us, you've been a mentor to me. You've helped us, this township. You've been a pillar in this township. I'd like to give this to you as a small little memento. You know, the Cadillac we bought you is out in the back lot, but this is just a small little token of our appreciation for the years of service that you've performed here in the township. We're going to really miss you, and I know we're not going to allow you to go too far. We're going to be picking your brain and always bringing you back.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Okay.
Maybe away from the podium.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Well, I don't have anything prepared, but I'd first like to thank the good Lord for providing me with my health and giving me a good career. I've been in township government, elected official for 34 years. I was elected to the library board. I served on the library for 6 years, so I've had a 40-year political career, and I thank the good Lord for every minute that He gave me. He gave me my health. Thank goodness for that. And there's some people that I probably need to thank that aren't with us. Some are and some aren't. Some of the supervisors I've served with. I served with Bob Murphy, Pat Hartley, Marion Murphy, Judy Bodicich, and Ron Alberico. I think that's all the supervisors. And I served with assessors, Pat Hartley, Judy Bodicich, Sharon Morelli, and Debbie Mason. And I want to thank them for all of the time that they've given me. The highway commissioners, I served with Peter Piazza, Bernie Havadich, Jack Waxweiler, Noah Bleicher, and John Solinsky. And I thank them for all they have done for me. And throughout the years, I've served with numerous trustees throughout the years, and I thank all of the trustees. And my political career, they've helped me, the trustees. What they've done for me is they never turned me down when I requested something. There were some situations that we wanted to expand the clerk's office because of early voting, and they allocated the funding for that, and I appreciate the trustees that did that. And they had faith in me because I was a tremendous advocate for early voting, and they provided the funds for early voting because it took a lot of part-time help, and I appreciated all of that. And to the employees in the clerk's office, I first started with Jackie Nickel as the secretary, and now the deputy clerk, Denise Rumchek, soon to be clerk. And I served with the part-time people, Noreen Piazza, Marilyn Cullen, Jackie Boken, Mary Pagano, Barb Boyce, and Michelle Rutter. I think that's all of the part-time people that served with me as I was the clerk. And some of the accomplishments, probably some of the bigger accomplishments, the senior bus program, I had that idea, and I made that idea known to then Supervisor Bodicic, and she said, well, if you want to do some research on that. So I did some research on that senior bus program with some of the townships that already provided that service. So I gathered that information and I gave it to Supervisor Bodicic, and of course she ran with it, and we first initiated the one bus, and now we have 2 buses. So I was very proud of that, and also big advocate of that early voting, because I felt that we wanted to give service. We are public servants, and I wanted to give service to all of the voters so that they did not have to go to the county clerk to vote or their individual precincts on election day. So we provided that service in the clerk's office for years and years, and I certainly appreciated the trustees that allowed me to do that. Other than that, it's been a great career. It's been a great life. I've been fortunate. I've been very, very blessed. I ran in 5 elections without an opponent, and I was really blessed, and I thank the Lord and a lot of people for that. And I am not going to go anywhere, everybody. I'm still going to be around. I'm going to be thorn in everybody's side, maybe. I don't know. But thank you. I appreciate it very much for all you have done for me, and I hope I didn't forget anybody tonight. I didn't write anything down. I just spoke from my heart, and I hope I didn't forget anybody. I certainly did not mean to neglect anyone, but thank you very much for all you have done, and let's continue on with progress in Lockport Township.
I have a resolution, number 2014, that I'd like to have adopted tonight. I would ask Denise, Deputy Clerk Denise Rumchek, read it for us tonight. Would you please, Denise?
This resolution is honoring Clerk George Mushrow for his dedicated service with Lockport Township. Whereas George Mushrow is a distinguished 56-year resident of Lockport Township whose tireless and dedicated service has earned him the gratitude of the entire community. And whereas George Mushrow was appointed by the Lockport Township Board of Trustees to the position of Lockport Township Trustees in 1980, and served until 1981. And whereas George Mushrow was elected by the residents of Lockport Township in 1981 as Township Trustee and served until 1993, serving as a Township Trustee for 13 years. And whereas George Mushrow was elected by the residents of Lockport Township as Township Clerk in 1993 and served 20 years until his retirement in 2014. And whereas George Mushrow was certified as a Town Clerk by the Township Clerks Division of Illinois, and whereas George Mushrow was a member of the Township Clerks Division of Illinois, and whereas George Mushrow kept true and accurate records of the Highway Department and the Township of Lockport, and whereas George Mushrow was instrumental in helping implement the senior bus transit service for the residents of Lockport Township, and whereas George Mushrow introduced early voting in the clerk's office for the citizens of Lockport Township, and whereas George Mushrow represented the township in numerous committees throughout the township and Will County, and whereas George Mushrow was awarded the 9th Annual William Z. Ahrens Award for Clerk of the Year in 2013, awarded by the Township Clerks of Illinois. And whereas George Mushrow is retiring as Township Clerk on June 30th, 2014, after faithfully and respectively serving the residents of Lockport Township for 34 years, and for his dedication to his job and loyalty to his employees and peers. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Lockport Township elected officials as follows. The Lockport Township Board offers their congratulations and profound expression of thanks to George Mushrow for his long tenure of 34 years of dedicated service to the residents of Lockport Township. The Lockport Township Board extends their best wishes to George Mushrow for a productive and joyous future, for his continued success in whatever endeavor he chooses. The Lockport Township Clerk is to make the original of this resolution available to members of the general public during normal business hours. Resolved and passed this 10th day of June, 2014.
I'll make the motion.
I have a motion by Michael Lewandowski, second by Mike Kelly. Can I have a roll call, please?
Lewandowski.
Yes.
Bodicich.
Yes.
Boyce. Kelly. Alberico.
Yes. Motion carries. George, congratulations again. All right. Third point we have to do under the clerk's report is the appointment of a new clerk to take his position. I've received a few letters. I want to read them to you. The first one I received from Denise Mushrow Rumcheck. It says, to the Lockport Township Board of Trustees, first and foremost, I would like to thank everyone for giving me the opportunity to submit my name for the town clerk vacancy. I am humbled that Clerk Mushrow has recommended me to fill his vacancy due to his retirement. Over the past 15 years, I have been a dedicated public servant for the township government and will continue to do so if I am chosen by the Lockport Town Board of Trustees. As deputy clerk, I have worked closely with Clerk Mushrow and have assisted over matters in his absence. I have knowledge and experience in the clerk's office and believe I fit the profile for this position. I will continue to uphold the office of town clerk to the best of my ability and work closely with all elected officials. I believe the township government is important to the citizens. I will be committed to the residents of Lockport Township, and they will remain a top priority to me. I take my job responsibility seriously and will work diligently as your town clerk. I am confident that if you decide to appoint me, I will be an asset to the Township Board. I look forward to working with the Township Board and meeting the many challenges that lie ahead. Sincerely, Denise Mushrow Rumcheck, Deputy Clerk, Lockport Township. I also have a letter by Nancy Schultz-Voots, whom it may concern. I am writing this letter of to recommend Denise Rumchek to the position of Lockport Township Clerk to replace the retiring George Mushrow. I have worked with Denise for 15 years while she served as Deputy Clerk. She is highly experienced and knowledgeable, and always conducts early voting at Lockport Township office in a very professional, respectful, and nonpartisan manner. As Will County Clerk, my main role is to ensure the integrity of the election process, and I know that Denise shares this commitment. Denise is an extraordinary public servant who works well with her peers and truly cares about her community. Most importantly, she is uniquely qualified to be the Lockport Township Clerk. I enthusiastically recommend her for this position. To whom it may concern, my name is Gary S. Mueller. I have been fortunate to be the attorney for Lockport Township since approximately the early 1990s. During that time, I have gotten to know Denise, her work ethics, and how she handles the public in pressure-filled situations. By this letter, I intend to recommend without reservation Denise for the soon-to-become vacated position of Lockport Township Clerk. Though I was very fortunate to have worked with George Mushrow during the entirety of my time as the attorney for the township, Denise and I have worked closely together at meetings and addressing various administrative and electoral issues throughout my tenure. In each case, Denise brought to any issue her well-intended concerns for the residents' interests and to ensure proper electoral procedures were followed within every election cycle. In short, Lockport Township would be well served by selecting Denise as the Lockport Township Clerk due to the retirement of George Mushrow. Clearly, if there are any questions and concerns, I am more than willing to address any questions presented. Please feel free to contact me at the above address listed or telephone. I would be more than happy to expand on the various qualities and characteristics of Denise that uniquely qualify her to be selected as the Lockport Township Clerk. All right. I received this letter from the chairman of the Lockport Township Democratic Organization, John Badisich. At a meeting was held on May 28th, 2014, with the Lockport Township Democratic Organization. Per the recommendation from the Lockport Township Central Committee, it all agreed upon to appoint Denise Mushrow Rumchek to fill the position of Town Clerk, left vacant by the retirement of George Mushrow. Sincerely, John Badisich, Township Chairman of Lockport Township Democrats. At this time, I would like to make a motion that we appoint Denise Mushrow Rumchek to fill the position of Town Clerk effective July 1st, 2014.
I'll second the motion.
I got a second by John Badisich. Can I have a roll call, please?
To serve the unexpired term, then.
To serve the unexpired term, yes.
Roll call vote is Lewandowski.
Yes.
Badisich.
Yes.
Boyce.
Yes.
Kelly.
Yes.
Alberico.
Yes. Motion carries.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. So you have something to say, please?
May I, please? Yes. Thank you. Well, unlike George, I did write a little thank you, but it is from my heart. So I would, first of all, like to thank the Lockport Township Board of Trustees for giving me this opportunity to fill George's vacancy. I'm humbled for this chance to be a part of this board, and I will uphold the office of Town Clerk to the best of my abilities. I'd like to thank George for so many reasons. He is, I don't even know where to go with this because he holds a special place in my heart. So first I'm just going to say that he's an excellent boss. He's been a great mentor to me. And I would not be the person I am today without George Mushrow. So what I have learned, the knowledge that I've gained, I've learned from George. And to fill his shoes is going to be a great challenge. So I thank you, George. I'm going to miss you terribly. I know you're only going to be a phone call away, so keep that phone handy. I think that's all. I just want to, I look forward to working with all of you. So thank you so much.
All right, now,
Can I say something, just
so
for...
now you can fill out your clerk's report.
All right, before I get into that clerk's report, just so everyone understands that the letter that was read from John Bodisich, the chairman of the Lockport Township Democratic Organization, that comes about because state law dictates that when a position becomes vacant, that it has to be filled with a person of the same political party. So I was an elected Democrat, and consequently, it had to go to the Central Committee, the Lockport Township Central Committee Democratic Organization, and there was a meeting that was held, as John's letter indicated, and at that meeting, it was recommended by the Central Committee to recommend Denise Rumchek to that position. So I just wanted everyone to understand it has to be filled by a Democrat, and there was a process. But the legal vote comes from this township board. They are the ones that legally had the say-so in that. So I just wanted to clarify anything, any questions that someone might have as to why that letter came from the Democratic organization, because it had to be filled by a Democrat. That's all.
All right. Do you have anything for your report tonight?
I've done enough talking. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, George. I'm going to go out of order of the agenda, if that's all right. I would like to go right to new business, because we have people here that we have to honor here tonight also. But before we get right into that, we do, number one on new business is our prevailing wage ordinance. This is an ordinance that we pass every year by law. It's just paper, it's just a legal thing that we do every year. I need a motion to pass the prevailing wage. I got a motion by Mike Kelly, a second by Barbara Boyce. Are there any questions? Can I have a roll call, please?
Lewandowski.
Yes.
Bodisich.
Yes.
Boyce. Kelly. Alberico.
Yes. All right, next on the agenda. For 11 years now, Lockport Township government has been giving out scholarship awards. On Thursday, May 8th, Lockport Township High School, I presented 2 scholarships to 2 of the students there. And on, I think it was Thursday, May 15th, at Romeoville, I presented 2 scholarships. We are privileged here tonight to have all 4 scholarship recipients here. I would ask them to come up, and I would like to introduce them all to you. If I could have these just like right over here. First I have Jessica Kazaba. Jessica, you're going to be going to Kentucky, I have here. And you're going to be into human sciences?
Yes, biology.
Biology. Congratulations on that. You've earned the first honors and second honors while you're in school. Congratulations. I'm proud to give this to you. Thank you very much, and congratulations on the scholarship.
Thank you.
I wanted to say she's from Romeoville High School. Also from Romeoville High School is Irma Rios. Irma, you're going to be going to the Illinois Institute of Technology, and you were the top 10% of your class all through high school. Wow. You're national state honors, right?
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's wonderful. I hope you enjoy the scholarship. I hope you enjoy college. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Right, we always have such a hard time. Edward Klein. Edward, you're going to be going to the Power Sports Institute, and you told me that's in Ohio.
Yes, it is.
That's pretty neat. You're going to be going into business and
Yes, that's the plan.
business classes, and you told me earlier that you're going to start a business and come right back here
Come
and
back to Lockport, yes.
Lockport and Havoc. Congratulations. You're a senior honor roll and a business student of the month in last September.
Yes, sir.
And you race motocross,
I do, every weekend.
13 years.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Last but not least, Jessica Sullivan from Lockport. You're going to be going to the University of Michigan. And Illinois State Scholar, valedictorian of your grade school. Which grade school?
Oak Prairie,
Oak
District
Prairie.
92.
Okay, District 92. I had a mother-in-law that taught in that district years ago. Your planned career is biology engineering.
Yep.
Biological engineering.
Biomedical.
Biomedical engineering, I'm sorry. That's a pretty big subject. That takes a lot of work. Congratulations. And
Thank you.
hope you enjoy the scholarship. How you doing? All right? Congratulations.
Excuse me.
I would like to welcome all of you, the scholarship winners, to stay and enjoy the rest of the meeting, but we are going to be pretty much just paying the bills and discussing business, the township business. I know it might not be real interesting. You're free to go if you want, but you're welcome to stay. Thank you very much, though, for coming tonight, and we really enjoy having you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. All right, moving on, going back in order, I'm going to ask for the assessor's report.
The only thing I have tonight is my handout, but I would like to also thank George for all your help through the years,
Thank you.
and also good luck.
Thank you very much. You've been the best to me.
Bring
Thank
the candy out now, so I don't have to hide it from you.
Yeah. The pretzels.
Yeah, for the longest time, you were the only man on the floor, weren't you?
Yeah, I sure was, yeah.
All right.
Now you're the only man on the floor.
Now, that's right, I'll be the only man on the floor. I never didn't think about that. George, I'm not going to miss you. No.
Now you're in trouble.
All right. Trustees' comments and suggestions tonight. All right, hearing none. We'll move on to Central Square report. I did note in your agendas that we didn't have a meeting last month due to no quorum. We will have a meeting this month. Central Square did start the renovation of this boardroom here. They're taking down the curtain. They're going to put some new TV monitors up in here. I believe they're going to paint. It's going to be a little bit nicer in here, a little bit brighter, new paint job and everything. So Central Square is working on that, and actually I have to thank the city of Lockport for doing it. They're flipping the bill for that. They're paying for all the improvements here. So, other than that, we did have our car shows start this a couple of weeks ago now. We went through the second one. Both the past 2 Mondays were very, very good crowds, good weather. I've been saying for the last few years it never rains in Lockport on a Monday night. So everybody out in the audience, make sure you come out, enjoy the beautiful weather. We have car show, we have a band playing, we have a food court in the back. It's a very, very entertaining evening and very cheap. It's all free unless you buy some food. So come on out and enjoy the music. Anybody that wants to know what bands are playing, they can look online on either Lockport's website, our website, or I believe the Park District has it on the website also. Other than that, I have no other business in Central Square. I have no old business. Going back, I'm sorry, I got out of new business before I should have. I forgot to turn the page. There are a few other things here in new business. And one of them is Canal Days Parade, which is this Friday. Lockport Township will be in that parade, be marching in that parade. We'll have our senior bus. We'll be number 9 in the lineup. We will have to meet at 5:30. The parade starts at 6:30 promptly, and we are going to be meeting at the corner of 2nd and State Street. I know if you need anything, give me a call. I have all the information here. I can make a copy for you before you leave if you need to. But looking forward to parade. It's always a good time. The weather looks like it's going to be good again this year. Anybody in the township is welcome to march with us, and we'll always have a lot of fun. Canal Days is going to be a little different this year. They're going to have it here at Central Square, so it won't be downtown where it used to be on State Street. They are going to have I believe some of the crafters on State Street, but on the north end of town, not the south end of town, so it'll be a little different.
Carnival back over to,
That's right. Good point. The carnival will be back on that parking lot across from the Gaylord building.
yeah, thank you. I'm trying to get that.
Yeah. So it looks like it's going to be a good time. So I would like to have us all there to represent the township, if we could. The other thing I wanted to bring up, I did phone call everybody about the, let's see if I can find the paperwork on it real quick, but the education class that they're going to have at Lyle on June 20th. I need to know who wants to go to that, and I do need to know, I do need approval to pay for the registration here tonight.
Do you need this paperwork or just vote?
I'll sign it all up on one.
Okay, I'll go.
Fill everybody's name.
All right.
Just let me know before you leave tonight if you want to go. I do have, so far, I'm going to go, John Serlinski's going to go, Debbie Mason, Mike Lewandowski, Deputy Clerk Denise Rumchick, and Deputy Clerk Michelle Rutter. All, okay, you are going to go? Okay.
Me too.
You too, Jen? Okay.
I won't be attending.
Mike, if you have any thought you're not going to be able to, yell at. Okay. All right, I'll, seeing if we ask the approval for the registration, I'll send this in tomorrow. So I need a motion to approve the registration for TLI. I got a motion by Barbara Boyce.
Second.
Second by Jen Badisich. Okay. Roll call.
Lewandowski.
Yes.
Barisic. Boyce. Kelly.
Yes.
Alberico.
Yes. Motion carries. Thank you. Other business in town. I did get an update on the, from Clark Mosquito Abatement Company. Not too much. I mean, mosquitoes are tough out there right now this year. Floodwater mosquitoes is the key nuisance species in the Chicagoland area. Clark prediction mode calculates the peak annoyance periods based on the rainfall and temperatures to date collected from the weather stations in the area. It just so happens that in Will County, on May 27th, we had an inch and 9.19 inches of rain, a little over an inch of rain. And the peak prediction when those mosquitoes will be coming out for that, from that rainfall is tonight, the 10th. So be careful out there tonight. The only other thing I really want to highlight is there's only been one human case in the United States so far of the West Nile disease, and that was in Mississippi. But they expect the activity to increase in June as soon as the summer temperatures get back to normal. So, you know, check your yards for standing water, make sure there's no stagnant pools. That's where they kind of hang out. So I did receive a couple of letters. One, a thank you note from Bridge Do a New Day for our donation of $100 to them. We do that every year. And I got one from CASA, Will County, thanking us for the $2,000 donation that we voted in last month. I have no other correspondences. I have no other business. Is there any questions in the town? Hearing none, I would ask for adjournment.
I'll second it.
Motion by Mike Kelly, second by Michael Lewandowski. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Thank you very much. Now we'll move on to our Highway Department. Again, you received the minutes in your packet of the May 12th regular meeting and the February 27th workshop. I need a motion to approve the minutes. Motion by Barbara Boyce, second by John Badisich. Are there any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Thank you very much. The bills of $68,183.25 for the Highway Department this month. Need a motion to pay the bills.
So moved.
I have a motion by John Badisich.
I'll second.
Second by Barbara Boyce. I'm getting pretty good with these names real quick off the top. Any questions? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Lewandowski.
Yes.
Bodison. Yes. Boyce. Kelly. Yes. Alberico.
Yes. Moving on to Mr. John Serlinski's Highway report, Commissioner's report.
Thank you very much. I need to approve my own prevailing wage.
Just the same ordinance, yes, it's the same
Yeah, it's
ordinance.
the same ordinance, but
Right.
since we're two different entities, I need to approve mine. So I'm looking for a motion to approve my prevailing wage.
All right.
It's the same.
Right. Okay.
I'll second it.
I got a motion by John Badisich, second by Barbara Boyce. Roll call, please.
Lewandowski.
Yes.
Bodisich.
Yes.
Boyce.
Yes.
Kelly.
Yes.
Alberico.
Yes.
As far as next on the agenda, I've got the TOI seminar that Ron got approved. I don't think I really have to have that approved.
Oh, this is
It's on
actually-
I was on his list, is that correct?
No, this is a different,
Oh, this is the TOI seminar, I'm
This is
sorry.
the TOI in August, the highway seminar.
Yes,
Yes.
I would like a motion to approve. I'd like to attend that seminar.
It's just for yourself or anybody?
Right now, it'd just be for me that I know of. I don't think anybody else in my department would be going.
Is that the one in Springfield? No.
This is the highway commissioners,
No, it's not in
in
Spring.
Peoria, I believe.
Yeah.
I need a motion to pass the registration for him to attend the TOI seminar.
I'll make that motion.
I got a motion by Barbara Boyce. Second by Michael Kelly. Can I have a roll call, please?
Lewandowski.
Yes.
Bodisich.
Yes.
Boyce.
Yes.
Kelly. Yes. Alberico.
Yes. Motion carries.
Okay, the next on my agenda, the Torma loss control policy. Clerk Marshall read through that last month, and I don't know if you all had a chance to look at that. It's pretty much a standard practice that Torma came and met with me and asked if the clerk would read it and then have everybody on the board sign it. And I believe that includes like everybody, not just the trustees. So I'm asking for a motion to approve the loss control policy from Torma.
All right.
What if we refuse to sign that?
You know, I did not ask that question. The reason I didn't ask it seemed like it was pretty standard practice.
I don't remember ever signing that before.
They said it was something kind of new.
Anybody else remember signing?
No, it's never, I don't think it's ever been done.
I wonder if we need Gary to look at it. There was no time frame for this, so
Can we table that?
yeah, if there's questions, I'd be more than happy to have Gary take a look.
Okay, I have no problem with tabling it.
Did anybody make the motion?
Nobody made a
No,
motion
no,
yet,
not yet.
no.
So I make a motion to table until Gary keeps at it then.
I have a motion to table it. I have a second to table it. Can I have a roll call, please?
Lewandowski.
Yes.
Bodisich.
Yes.
Boyce.
Yes.
Kelly. Alberico.
Yes, motion will be tabled again until next month. I will make sure Gary gets a copy of that. I'll email it to him and have him look at it and give us his recommendations. I'm sure it's,
Good idea, so.
yeah, I'm sure it's,
Actually, Ron, is there a chance next month that we can call for an executive session and talk about that? in
Sure.
Executive session before we come out and vote on it, after Gary, once we get Gary's explanation on, is that, we do that?
I believe we can, right?
Can we also get a copy of it in our packet so we can review it ourselves if we have any questions, so that we're...
All right, I will send that out. I just got the copy today, so, but I will mail it, I'll mail everybody a copy of it this week, or by the end of the week, so everybody can have a copy of it, and I will email it to Gary so he could review it. If we feel like we need an executive session at that point, we can call it at that point. If not, we don't have to. At the end of every agenda, it says executive session if necessary, so if we feel it's necessary, we will call it at that point.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay, I'm fine with that, that's a good idea. Especially if you have any questions, I'd rather get them all answered. And then as far as just a report, you're always nervous about closing roads. We had to close Gaskin Drive there for a while to put a new culvert across the road. That went wonderfully. We had no problems, no issues. I think there was only one young teenager who needed to get out, and we were able to accommodate him. Timing was pretty good, but as I mentioned last month, the asphalt plants are open, so we're patching several spots in the community. We replaced a ton of culverts, so when those are replaced, we have to go back and do their aprons. So you'll probably see our guys around. Grass cutting, with this rain, grass has been crazy this year. They just finished up down on the High Road area. As I was riding by this morning, they were working on it. I think you were behind me.
Nice, I happened to see you back there, and
yeah.
somebody passing a no passing zone.
Yes, that was me. I was waiting for them to wave me the whole time, but they wouldn't, then they slowed down. I'm like, well, I ended up passing them and then stopping and talk to the weed whacker guys, make sure they knew what they were doing. But the community's looking really good. The guys are working really hard. We do have several issues. Riley Avenue really was a troubled spot, but we did some patches that were about half the size of this room that came out really well. And when I say patches, we're using regular hot patch and rolling it, so it's just like, what they use when they overlay a street or put down a new road. I also mentioned that working with the engineer for Lakewood Falls and Bruce Road, we've got a big bid packet put together. We're publishing in the paper. That's coming out Thursday in the Herald. Pretty excited about getting these roads done. The engineer went out, he did core samples, he looked at drainage, he looked at all the different things, and then Thursday morning, we're going to meet with the clerk and soon-to-be clerk to go over the bid packets and make sure that we're all on the same page, because I don't know if you guys know, when we go out for bid, the clerk is a big part of that with the opening bids and stuff, so we want to make sure that everybody's informed of what's going on there, and they have not met with the engineer yet, and I think that's very important to do, so that if they have any questions on what's going on, then he could address them directly. So those bids will be opened up, I believe, on June 30th, and then once the decision is made, they move on pretty quick from there. Thursday, after we meet with George, we're doing a roll test on those roads, and I'm learning this as I go. It's my first year, so I asked him, what's a roll test? We're taking a six-wheeler, filling it up to the max, and then we go out to the roads and we walk next to the road and see if there's any soft, mushy spots, and then we mark those and pull them out. And basically what you're doing is looking for bad parts on the road that if you overlay over, or we're going to do a 2-inch, 1.5-inch binder and then a top layer. But even the binder, if you don't, get rid of some of them soft spots, that road will deteriorate pretty quickly, especially if we have winters like we just had. But other than that, Touch a Truck is the same day as the Canal Days Parade, so we're spit shining the truck that's going to be over there, and trying to think if there's anything else. Everything else is going really well. I mean, we've been working extremely hard. We've had some great weather, so the work is getting done. So I'm really happy with the guys down there. They're just really doing a great job. I think that's all that I have.
All right.
I'll take of stuff after I leave.
John, what did the engineers say about the water runoff from the golf course? Is that-
We have spoken with Lakewood Falls, and we were going to speak with the golf course, and it's in the engineer's opinion that he feels like there's no crown in that road, so what they're going to do is grind about 4 feet off of each side, because there's curbs, leave the center up, and then kind of put a crown on it. He believes that's going to take care of probably 80% of the water problems that's there. Getting the water to the curbs, then he believes, there's a couple of curbs that we'll need to replace that are cracked, but he believes the water should run into the curbs. He felt like doing the road first and then addressing any additional water problems after we get that crown in the road, because he feels like that's the big proponent of keeping that water in the road and then the road deteriorating. Because there's literally, when it rains over there, it's flat and you get sheeting of water. So that was his recommendation. But we do have confirmation from Lakewood Falls that the golf course is more than willing to work with both of us on, I think it's the number 10 tee. I'm not positive on the number. There's a tee box there where the water does drain pretty heavy. He also felt like because where the sewers are behind the curb, if there is some water problems there, we could probably put like a catch basin in that area and then just hook right up to the existing system, stormwater system, without having to damage the curb of the road. So that was the way we kind of left it to go.
Is the golf course going to do any work at all this year to try to help us rectify that situation?
Well, and I asked, they are 100% on board with doing whatever needs to be done, and I have gotten that confirmation from Lakewood Falls, Bob Livingston. The engineer felt like in order to address the problem, we really need to get the road where it needs to be first and then figure out exactly what needs to be done, instead of putting work into like anything before the road was done and then maybe have to change it, or it would be unnecessary work. That was his recommendation, and I'm sure he'd be more than happy to answer some questions on Thursday, or I could come back, next month or report if there's any change in that. I know you had a concern, maybe we should take the drainage. That was my first question to him was, let's fix the drainage. It's not really engineered really well. I mean, the road's low and the stuff is high, but he did take a look at that. And I'll be honest with you, I would like to, and I'm not throwing Bob under the bus if you're watching, I would like to have had this stuff done a couple weeks ago, but he was very meticulous. He hand-walked every foot of those roads and measured and looked at different aspects of the road and what we can and can't do. We looked at in-place recycling, where they grind, put it through a machine, and they lay it right back down. He wasn't really in favor of that right at the moment. All of the roads will be IDOT specs, where they're allowed a certain amount of recycled material in your asphalt and your layers, but yet they have to have a certain amount of virgin material as well. So he seems like knows his stuff, and he's really diligent on doing it correctly. So
Engineer.
I'm learning from him as we go. And
Who's he representing?
Bonac Engineering, yeah. So he was recommended by a couple other people that use them, and highway commissioners that use them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any other?
Looking forward to getting that done. I'm interested to see how it goes.
Any other questions? All right, moving on to other business. We have no other business in the highway. Call for an adjournment.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by John Badisich, second by Michael Lewandowski. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Okay, moving on to our senior agenda. You have the minutes in your packet of the May 12th meeting. I need a motion to pass the minutes.
I'll make the motion.
I have a motion by Michael Lewandowski. Second by Barbara Boyce. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it, thank you. Bills of $32,818.67. I need a motion to pay the bills. Motion by Barbara Boyce. Second by Michael Kelly. Are there any questions of the bills for the senior? Hearing none, can I have a roll call, please?
Lewandowski.
Yes.
Modisich.
Yes.
Boyce.
Yes.
Kelly. Alberico.
Yes. All right, in senior, the only other business I had, I just wanted to bring up the same thing you did, the Touch a Truck. We are going to have our senior bus there for part of the day. We will have to maybe move it out in early afternoon to go make up some pickups at dialysis and that, but we usually represent our truck, or one of our buses there every year, so we're looking forward to having our bus there again this year. I have no other business in the senior agenda. Can I have a motion to adjourn? We got a motion by Barbara Boyce.
Second.
Second by John Badisich. Moving on to our general assistance. Again, you have the minutes in front of you of the May 12th meeting. I need a motion to accept the minutes. I got a motion by Mike Kelly, second by Barbara Boyce. Are there any questions of the minutes tonight? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. General assistance bills this month come to $5,244.23. I need a motion to pay the bills. Motion by Michael Kelly.
I'll second it.
Second by Barbara
I
Boyce.
see that.
Are there any questions of the bills?
What was the total amount?
$5,244.23.
Okay.
Is that what you got?
Second.
All right. Now, who made the motion? Barbara Boyce made the motion. Or no, Mike Kelly made the motion. John Badisich, second. Roll call, please.
Lewandowski.
Yes.
Modisich.
Yes.
Boyce. Kelly.
Yes.
Alberico.
Yes. Motion carries. I don't believe I have, the only other thing in general assistance I would like to bring up, with General Assistance Clerk, a fast recovery. She's been suffering for about 2 months, 3 months now with laryngitis. She's been a trooper through it, helping us when she can, but I really want to wish her a speedy recovery. So other than that, I have no other business. Any questions in general assistance? Hearing none, I need a motion. Motion by Mike Kelly. Second by Barbara Boyce. All in favor? Opposed? Ayes have it. Thank you, everybody, and I hope to see everybody at Canal Days this weekend. Enjoy the lovely weather. Stay dry today. Thank you. Good night.
Yeah, whenever you come.
Should have said,
Whenever, I was gonna tell him whenever you
one
guys
more
come.
time to it.
He said you guys-